Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Sadhana. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to have a look at mini oracle decks, these beautiful little decks that come in hinged magnetic boxes. I have a few from US Games and some from Rockpool Publishing. In addition to looking at the cards, I thought I would share with you 10 different ways that you might like to use these decks. So let's get to the cards. Number 1, create a mini altar near the entryway to your home so that you have a place where, as you're leaving the home for the day, you pause, you take a breath, you shuffle a few cards, and you draw an inspirational message. These were the first two decks that I had, and I used them alternatively as I adjusted the altar. So sometimes I had more of a masculine energy, a fiery energy to my altar, and sometimes a softer, more feminine moon kind of altar. And it was fun to shift the energy of the altar based on these two decks. And then I acquired a few other ones and I did the same thing. So I kind of built the altar around the theme of the decks. And it's just a beautiful way just to take a moment to stop, pause, breathe, shuffle, and draw a card rather than just racing out the door. So let's have a look at these two decks. The Divine Masculine cards are based on a sacred text of the Dhammapada Sutra, which is widely known as the words of Buddha. And I'll show you a few of these cards. The ultimate truth of wisdom provides you with powerful tools to illuminate all darkness and free the limitations of the reasoning mind. Upon the path of truth, you will gain the highest spiritual inspiration in resolving difficult problems in your life. So let's just read a few of these. Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. The only thing that these cards don't have is they don't tell you where in the sutra the quote comes from. Do not carry with you your mistakes. Rise up from the ashes and see new beginning in every day. Find joy in giving. Happiness is your reward. The Divine Feminine Wisdom cards come from the Prajna Paramita Sutra, also known as the Perfection of Wisdom. And on the back of the box, if you're looking up more information, there's actually a typo on my back of the box. There's an extra N in here. So it's the Prajna Paramita Sutra. The sacred texts represent the divine feminine consciousness in Buddhism and are used to transcend mental obstacles by opening up your heart deeply so that divine guidance is possible. Invite the wisdom from the heart of Kuan Yin to guide you on the path of perfection of wisdom. And again, these cards, I don't know if I said that, there's no artwork on these cards. These cards are about the content of the sutra. In love, there is only love itself, no room for logic of the mind. The force of the flowing river causes the flowers, the herbs, the trees to grow. The sacred wisdom in your heart has magical power for your spiritual growth. Beautiful. Number 2, create an altar in your car so that instead of picking up your phone and playing a game or texting somebody when you're waiting in traffic, have a small deck of cards on your dashboard so that you can shuffle and choose an inspirational message. And for me in the car, it's a matter of having something green, something that smells good when the sun is shining in the car, usually a crystal, and one of these small decks of cards. So let's read one more from the Divine Feminine. Mind that is established in the true emptiness encompasses the universe. The next deck is inspired by Frida by Akal Pritam, and unlike the previous two decks, there's different artwork on the back of each of the cards. The strength of Mexican artist Frida Kahlo's creative spirit inspires unapologetic self-expression and celebrates the potential to overcome great challenges. And these are really beautiful cards. I love the artwork and the fact these are nice matte cards too. These 40 beautifully illustrated reading cards offer an elevated perspective to lift you onto your path to fulfill your creative destiny. Look at that face, just gorgeous. There's something about the color of this artwork that just moves me. And the passion. Oh, I've got 2 cards there. It reminds me a little bit of some of the artwork that I saw in Tahiti when I was there many years ago. And the beautiful delicacy, the mood of the faces. So let's go to my number 3 suggestion. Number 3 is to have a deck on the go. So whether that's in your purse or in your pocket or in your backpack, to have a little deck of cards with you all the time is such a beautiful thing. You know, sometimes you can be sitting on a bus or on a train and you start talking to somebody and you pull out your deck and start shuffling your cards, and I don't know, I find it's a great way to start a conversation, or maybe somebody's not feeling well, to bring up their mood or their spirit. And so I really like these little decks to have as a deck on the go. Number 4 suggestion was inspired by Enrique Enriquez, I believe from the Tarology video. And that was to leave cards in random places. So just, you know, you're somewhere, maybe you're in a bank lineup, or you are, well, we don't have public telephones anymore, but just different places where you are. Maybe in a cafe at the table, you leave as you're going and you put one with your, you know, with the money that you place down. And the intention behind this is so, you know, you just inspire people, you make people smile. You leave a little bit of love everywhere you go. You could place them, you know, if you go like on walks in the park or the forest, and you could stick it into the screw on a sign or something. I've left cards in different places, and sometimes just walk away knowing or wondering how it's going to affect the person that finds it. But I have actually kind of sat across the room or across the park and watched people's expression as they picked up the cards. I don't know, I really like that idea. So this is absolutely gorgeous deck. I love this artwork. So that was my number 4 idea. Number 5 idea is to just gift a box to someone. There are so many different decks. There is, I think I saw this one actually on behind Jen, Science to Soul Tarot with Jen, and that was the Aboriginal Dreaming one. There is a secret garden box. There's daily healing cards. There's a couple different ones with angel messages. Look at those faces. There's one called Star Seeds. And if you have the cosmic reading cards and you like Anastasia's work, you know, she has a mini deck as well too. And a lot of these mini decks are based on larger decks. Now on the back of these cards, you also get an inspirational message. So we'll just read a few of these. Don't be afraid of the biggest unknown in your life, your potential. It's a gift you must unwrap each day. Your life has magnitude. You are magnificent. Honor yourself with a grateful attitude. And what's on the back of the Amour card? As you must serve everything you create, it's a good idea to do so with love and integrity. The next deck is also by Akal Pritam. It's called Let Go. The artwork is so beautiful, and this is my favorite deck of mini cards that I have so far. I am absolutely in love with the island art, the expression of the faces, the flow and the movement of the energy in each of the cards. These cards serve as reminders to stay focused on your creative destiny and future success and living your life with purpose. When you let go of all things that no longer serve you from the last year, the last month, the last week, or yesterday, you can live with greater presence and inner peace. There's something about the flow of energy in this artwork that truly moves me, and I love its connection to nature. I find it truly inspirational. Peaceful. That's another word for this deck. It is so peaceful. And if you keep coming back to the title of the deck, Let Go, you can draw something of that from each of the cards as well, too. So my number 6, 7, and 8 suggestions are about getting creative with these mini decks. And I haven't done this, but I'm thinking that it might be, I used to make greeting cards for people. And so my idea is to place one of these cards as the central art on a greeting card and then add my own decorations, perhaps use some of the words that are on the back of the card, but to make it a bit of my own expression of letting go. Yeah, I know people don't use greeting cards as much as they used to, but there's something about receiving a handwritten note. And I'm not particularly artistic myself, so using something as a basis for the central focus of the card. And because these decks are relatively inexpensive, I've purchased them everywhere from around $12. This is 12 Canadian dollars to 20 Canadian dollars. They are well under 50 cents a card. So, it's very easy to part with them and replace them. The second creative idea is to put them into your journal. So use them as a journal prompt. And if you don't want to glue it right into your journal, you could use photo corners or something like that. I really love to, sometimes I make photocopies of tarot cards and things and then put them into my journal. But to actually have the card and the texture of the paper, I really like that. So that's the number 7. And then the number 8 suggestion is to use one or a few of these to grow a vision board, or even more like some kind of a painting. So rather than building a greeting card, you're going to build something like a vision board, but to use one of these cards that inspires you to create a larger piece of art. Very feminine. And I love all the water energy. There's something about that really speaks to me. So let's look at a few of the message on the backs of these ones. This one is, you are willing and able and won't give in or stop hoping. Enjoy your journey to love. Wow, nice. This one is, pay close attention to your patterns and let go of those that are merely reactions to life. And dismiss thoughts that don't lead to the garden of infinite possibilities. This deck, Chakra Love, Raise Your Crystal Vibrations, I just opened today, and I believe it was recommended by one of you, Jonathan, perhaps. And as I mentioned in yesterday's live, I don't have, or until I had the Telluric Tarot, didn't have any crystal decks in my collection. And this one has an interesting combination of crystal messages as well as chakra messages. And so let's have a look at these cards. These are the backs of the cards, and they have, these ones here have different crystals on the back. And then this group of cards have the same image on the back of the cards. So we'll look at the fronts and the backs in relation to each other. And I just want to turn them over the other side. And these are the message side of the cards. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chakras. So 5 cards per chakra. For the root chakra, we have hematite, smoky quartz, which can also be used for higher frequency as well too, as well as Manipura chakra, snowflake obsidian, red jasper. This is a great card to have in root chakra, and garnet. So really pretty cards. And let's just look at one of the messages here. So for red jasper, the message is grounding. Sink your roots deep, connect them to the heart of the earth. For the sacral chakra, pearl moonstone, carnelian, tiger eye, red adventurine, and fire agate. Beautiful. Ooh, look at that. And the message for tiger eye is passion. Turn your fear of change into excitement for change. For the solar plexus, we have citrine, mookaite, love mookaite, topaz, rutilated quartz, and amber. And the message for amber is fearlessness. Turn your worrier into a warrior. For the heart chakra, rose quartz, jade, green ocean jasper. Ooh, that's pretty. Rhodonite, and malachite. So we have a nice combination of green and pink crystals, and the message for malachite is forgiveness. You'll find freedom in forgiveness. What a beautiful message for the heart space. For the throat chakra, turquoise. Oh, that's beautiful. Amazonite. This is definitely one of my favorite crystals for the throat chakra. Larimar, which I would love to have a piece of. I don't have any Larimar in my collection. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. Sodalite. This is looks a little different than some of the sodalite I have. Artist creation, and I'm assuming that's amethyst. No, this is lapis lazuli. So yeah, wow, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let's read the Larimar message. Listening. If you want to be heard, learn to listen. For the third eye chakra, amethyst, labradorite, love this rock, tourmaline, rainbow tourmaline, fluorite, of course, and lepidolite. Beautiful. Let's look at the fluorite message. Destiny. Follow your instincts. They lead to the truth. For the crown chakra, clear quartz, blue lace agate. Now this is one that works really nicely for the throat as well too. Howlite, beautiful. Tourmalinated quartz. Yes, that's a love this one. And rainbow moonstone. Gorgeous. So let's look at this one, this message here. Oneness. You are part of the universe and always will be. So thank you for this recommendation. We have one more group, and the last group is called Chakra Balance. And there is a keyword on each of the cards, and then some of them have 3 crystals and some have more. But the card backs are all the same. And so the messages are: all things work best in conjunction with all things. Equilibrium and balance, cycles, harmony, and unity. So that's the back of those cards. So thank you very much for this recommendation. Number 9, use the mini deck as a central focus to build a larger reading around. Sea Melodies I actually purchased to go with Dame Darcy's Mermaid Tarot. Again, a recommendation by one of you on YouTube, so thank you for that. Sea Melodies, like the first couple of decks, all of the backs are the same. So you have the mermaid on the back, and then you have an inspirational message on the other side. And this deck works beautifully with Dame Darcy Mermaid Tarot. And so that's why I purchased this one. So you have take the helm, be in control of your own ship, and know when to move to a new shell, especially if yours no longer fits. So it definitely is heavily themed in the mermaid realm. And if you have another mermaid deck, or you have another kind of ocean inspiration deck, this would be a beautiful pair to work with that. Dream, follow your yearning for the deep blue sea, and dive. You don't find pearls on the seashore. I like that one. You don't find pearls on the seashore. And I have a number 10 and a bonus suggestion as well too. So my number 10 suggestion is something I have done for a long time, and that is at the end of a client reading, I have lots of decks, not just these mini ones, but there's a few that I have purchased as giveaways. And so the reading is all done. I'm saying goodbye, and I fan out some cards, and I ask the client to choose a card and get them to turn it over and read it. And then usually, quite to their surprise, I say, please take this with you. And they take it with them, and they can use it as a bookmark or just a reminder of their reading with me. And I find this is a really lovely way to close a reading. And it's just nice to give that as a material exchange of their experience with the reading. And then lastly, I want to talk about these empty boxes. So you have placed cards at random places to inspire people, or given away cards to clients. These boxes are so beautiful and such good quality, whether they're from Rockpool or US Games. They're of excellent quality. I'm wondering if they're all manufactured at the same place, but I don't know that information. You could recover them, but they're so pretty, you might not want to do that. And then inside, you could put your own little tiny gift, your own little treasure. A few years ago, I was gifted 365 things I love about you on tiny pieces of paper from one of my daughters. It was one of the very best Christmas gifts I have ever received, or might have been a birthday gift, I don't remember. And I opened it, one of these tiny little pieces of paper, every single day. And it was just such a special gift. And when I was preparing for this video, I was thinking, that's what you could do with these boxes, is you could make 365 tiny little pieces of paper and gift it to someone. But yeah, so let me know what ideas you have for upcycling or repurposing these boxes, because I think there's a lot that could be done with them. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I look forward to your ideas as well too. Please let me know how you use your mini oracle decks. Stay well, my friends. Namaste.